Hello everyone and welcome to CWC F2 Season 7 Round 1 here for the Bahrain GP. We're back here again for CWC Season 7 and I am in the booth here and I am back again to do the comms of the season. Pepsi Freak 212, ROP, Yuki, whatever you'd like to call me, I am here to do the comms. But anyway, we're here for F2 CWC here at Bahrain, and we do have some drivers here, some familiar faces you may see on the grid, and you'll see some new faces as well. And we got a lot to cover here, and we got a couple minutes because one driver is running a bit late, so we will quickly run over the drivers for this upcoming season. Some may be here, some may not, but we'll quickly run them over. Mercedes, we'll start off with that team first, because just going down the list here. We have Reds 2K, CPL Reds 2K, who was that close to winning a championship last season. He is back here again to try to go for another run here for the F2 title. And Toby Tiger 101, a new face here in CWC. Next up in Red Bull, we got Carps SC and H. Collins HNR 554. Both Red Bull drivers are here today, looking to have a good race for the drivers. Next up in Ferrari, we have Kyle VGB. And we have the other driver, which would be Claren Trape, who you saw a few rounds last season, but sadly he is not currently here. Maybe absent, maybe be showing up a little bit later. Next up, we got the Aston Martin duo of 11 and Exelic, who were both the Mercedes drivers last season, and now they'll both be driving Aston Martins. 11 is not currently here today, but Exelic is representing the flag for Aston Martin. Next up, we got Alpine. Kenobi finds himself with a new home, and now one of the current admins of CWC who took over during the offseason, Nick Assassinbot, has taken over that seat as well, and that should be a dynamic duo on the grid, because we know Kenobi was a very consistent mid to top mid runner, so we're very interested to see him on the track. Next up, we got the McLarens of Maddie347 and Smitty17, who Smitty's done a lot behind the scenes for this league, and it's good to see him still here today, along with, actually, he even has a website with a bunch of data as well that will be helpful as the season progresses for us commentators and check the stats for the upcoming season, and along with Maddie, who both they drove the Haas last season. Next up, AlphaTauri, we got two new faces, TTG Kermit and TTG Kiki. They both be taking some rides here for the AlphaTauri. Next up in the Alfa Romeo, we got JLeaky7 and Nelsie B54. The Haas sadly has no drivers available here today. That car is currently unoccupied, so if you are watching this and you do feel fancy, you could sign up. You can reach CWC, there's a Discord. You can message League Racing TV, and you can also reach Nick Assassinbot on Discord, and maybe he'll let you in, maybe not. We'll have to see on that. There's some different provisions. And last up, we got Lazy Twig, my mistake, name change, and NRX Maverick in the Williams. And that will be your CWC grid here today. Well, for this upcoming season, all fighting for the championship, with a few reserves that may be sprinkled in here and there, depending on the situation. But that will be that, as we now wait, as the session is about to start, so good timing to run that over. Actually, Leslie did just join, so Leslie is here. So that is making this field a 15-car field here today. So just give me 1 second to pull something up, and we will be ready to go. Just maybe make sure something is going. Yep, just going to kind of wait here, and one more quick rundown here. Yep, let me just check one, and now we are ready to go. Just to let everyone know as well, just have to look through some notes here. Sorry about this. The schedule itself, this is going to be, unlike on TTML, which is a 10-race calendar, the CWC, gotta find it in this Discord link. Should have this probably pulled up another tab, but sadly, it's kind of a little messy. Anyway, yep, the CWC calendar is going to be 18 rounds. And we'll start in Bahrain. I almost said the Netherlands for some reason. That's what the F1 calendar is going this week. And it'll go Bahrain, Spain, Azerbaijan, Canada, France, Austria. Then there'll be a break. Britain, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, Singapore. Another break. Japan, United States, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi, and China to round off the calendar. And it'll go from August 30th to January 10th. And that will be the end of the season. So here we are today at Bahrain, first round, long race calendar, long season having some drivers looking to get their feet very situated and start to hit the ground running, while other drivers hoping if they have a bad race here, got a long season to try to minimize the damage and come out swinging. Yep, looking at the quick comments here. Yep, Kenobi, it's good to be back here doing CWC, and hopefully this is a nice, good session. As Watkins Play, I'll say, yep, it's good luck, and hope this all works out for everyone, and we get to see some new faces, put down some competitive times. So who will be the first driver to head up to the track here? It looks like it's an AlphaTauri down the grid, and it's going to be TGGA Kiki. He will be the first driver to take a lap here for the upcoming, I wouldn't say inaugural, but Season 7 first race here. He'll be the first driver to take the track. Well, I guess technically there was a preseason race, but for an official race, first driver to take the track. So yeah, if we look at it in retrospect, if we at least take a look at the calendar here, a lot of races this week went to Bahrain for their opening race, and CWC is no different. And so a lot of these drivers, if they were at least running around TTML or watching TTML, or even doing the TTML Sim League 1, which was yesterday, if you were here to watch that or compete in that, they should have at least a little bit of knowledge of this track. But luckily, unlike some of the TTML leagues in this league, there's a little bit more assist usage in this one, so you're not going to see as many drivers keep the cars loosey-goosey, because some of them have traction on medium and a little higher. But Maverick has just left the session. There may have been a lag out. Someone will probably hit him up with an invite real fast. Probably his Alpine teammate, or I think, yeah. No, because Maverick's with the Williams. I'm going to say, yeah, his Williams teammate, probably Leslie, will hit him up, because gotta remember there's a slight blue difference there. But yep, everyone is going out on the track here relatively quickly here. We're going to cut back on Kiki, and he will give us, if you somehow don't know the layout of Bahrain, he will give us a quick little layout of the track as we wait for him to go through the last couple of sections. Just ended Sector 2 here with 15 minutes to go. Go down the Rolex side, you can see just in the distance the Ferrari of Kyle and the Red Bull of, well, that is probably that's not Kiki, my mistake. The Red Bull of someone, but we'll find out in a second here. As anyway, Kiki is going to be coming down the line here, and he's going to pass the Gulf Air side, and we'll ride on board with him to get you a quick little rundown of the Bahrain GP. So on the strong straight here, DRS is activated, going down the long straight, going to have to brake heavily going into corner 1 here, hit around the 100-meter board, get the car and turn as quickly as you can, want to get a little closer to the apex, get a good exit off, then you have to go left, right, caught a lot of drivers out here because it's very easy to spin the back end. There's one of the DRS points right there, activated, get a little boost down the long straight, heading off into corner 4. Brake and keep the throttle lightly out the front, not too much brake, get the car rotated and get it just off the exit there, let it roll off. Then you got the tricky S section here where it's very easy. If you get the line just a little wrong, you may be going for a little bit of a cut or a little bit of a shunt. Brake hard here going into corner 8, get the car nice and slow down to second gear and get the car rotated. And round goes Kiki. Very easy. As I was just reporting, very easy to spin the car there and make a slight mistake. You saw it a lot during the TTML, you saw it a lot during the Sim League 1, and Kiki is no different here, just claimed out. So we'll cut back to Kyle to finish our lap here as you go into one of the very tricky corners, turn 10, where it's very off speed and you have to get the car very slow down. Gonna brake hard going into turn 11. And you're going to just want to get the car close. And this is another kind of tricky corner here, because if you get a little too close and you clip it, the back end can't kick. You try to get as close as you can. It's playing a little bit of Russian roulette, you could say, because if you hit it, you end up losing it. Now Kyle has just invalidated by cutting that corner right there, cutting corner 13. As we got 2 more corners to go here. Oh, sorry, 1 more corner to go here. And that will finish the lap. He's going to break around the 50-meter board, get as close as he can for turn 14, and I guess 15 as well, because it's a double corner, and open DRS, and that will be 1 lap around Bahrain. And since he's invalidated, that will not be a time, but Carbs will set the first time of the board, a 1:26.066, and Reds will set a 1:27.171 and a 1:25 for Kenobi. But if I'm not mistaken, Kenobi did that time on a set of mediums, while Reds did his time on a set of softs. So a little bit of a differing strategy here already, this early in qualifying. As you can see, we can see a Mercedes wrong way around. That is Reds making a mistake again. A very easy corner to spin. We saw, again, a lot of drivers in TTML in that spin in that corner. And, again, today, no difference. We are seeing them spin in the 2 major problem corners. And if someone spins in turn 13, I'm going to have bingo, because that is going to prove the points. Now, Kermit sets the fast lap of the race. Not the last lap of the session with a 1:26.055, just barely ahead of Carbs looking at the board. That is well over. And now Leslie puts the time down. Now he makes it a little bit wider now with a 1:25.816. So Leslie with the fast time overall. And he did finish 4th last season, so looking to probably have a championship run here this season with a new home. Anyway, we wait for a few other drivers to cross. We got the Williams driver of Maverick, but he is currently on an out lap, so he will not be putting on a time. The Red Bull driver of Carbs is currently there as well, along with the Ferrari. So Kyle and Carbs could be looking for another improvement here. We do have Yellow Sector 3. Maverick has left again. So Maverick is having some connectivity issues. So hopefully he can get those sorted, and hopefully they don't ruin the lobby too much. And don't worry, Leslie, I've missed you as well, so it's good to see you as well. Good to see everyone here at CWC. Just taking a quick look at the comments. Yep, Carp is going to ban in this lap. I'm assuming Kyle, yep, he's coming in as well, so no time for him. We do have the Haas of Feared by Games, so he's actually a reserve driver here today. One of the reserves coming in for the Haas, and he's going to be coming in as well with a 127.189 to his credit. You have the Mercedes of Reds, but he's probably coming in as well. I think almost everyone will be coming in this time by. Yep, there goes Maddie as... Smitty is my mistake, is coming in. Maddie just right behind him on the track, probably coming in as well. And then you have the AlphaTauri of... I'm going to assume that's... Actually, that's Kiki. That's Kermit, because Kiki's on his outlap. Yeah, no, that's probably Kermit, because Kiki just came out of pit lane. So yeah, it is going to be Kermit. And Kermit is going to be coming in presumably as well, presuming because he's done one lap. Most people do about one lap around here for Bahrain. 2 laps if you really want to push it, but you want to keep that tire advantage. And so most drivers only do about 1. You got 2 drivers coming around the corner here. We got Assassinbot, not that far up the road. But we also got Collins here in the Red Bull going to put down a time along with another car. I think that is Leslie behind him. Collins goes P9, and Leslie's pulled in the pit lane, so Leslie is coming in the pit lane. So Collins puts down a time, and then we're going to cut to Assassinbot here. And we're going to quickly just one little thing here. Hold on. Lap there. There we go. Forgot to put that on. Assassinbot is going to be coming in. He's going to put down a time here. It's going to be a 1:20. Ooh, a little squirrely. Oh, he is lagging. And he's in the wall. Or now he's not. All right, Assassinbot is a lagging just a tiny bit here. Hopefully that's not too much. Hopefully that just... ooh, yeah, that's a lot of lag there. Okay. Hopefully that gets sorted. And hopefully it doesn't cause too much issues here. But that is a little laggy. At least coming down the straight there. Again, hopefully it's just from my perspective in the booth. And the drivers are not having that issue. But Assassinbot goes with a 1:28.705 on a set of mediums. And that will be the time he puts down. Jay Leakey has just had out for a lap along with Kyle again, Kiki as well. So the only drivers not to put down times left are Jay Leakey, Kiki, Xela, Kyle, and Assassinbot has crashed. Hope we get camera there. Nope, that is not him. It's the other. We'll get to the Haas driver. Keep an eye on the left of your screen here. I think, yep, he crashed in the same spot from TTML Division 1 where both Haas drivers crashed. Just lost the back end coming out of the S section under braking. The rear's kicked out, and he got sent the wrong way around. And that is going to be a session over for Assassinbot. Not the start of the year he'd want. He'll be starting P16 or P15. And that is just not the start he would hoping for. And hopefully he can rebound into the race as now Collins goes P6. I think he went P6. No, because Collins is on a lap. So, yeah, no, he did go P6. Gave me a weird... Why did it give me the Alpine? But anyway, P6 for Collins. Maverick has rejoined. We'll cut on J-Key here. J-Key and the AlphaTauri Kiki are both on laps. I believe J-Key is actually a little bit farther up the road here. No, Kiki is. So we'll keep an eye on Kiki here because Sector 2 is coming to an end here. We'll keep an eye on Kiki's time here. He's looking to try to beat a 1:25.816 set by Leslie the Twig. And with 9 minutes to go, he's got time if he needs to improve. But as the clock ticks, the time gets a little bit farther down. As we do have a yellow flag, Sector 2, and that is going to be a purple Sector 2 with a 105. As we do have a yellow flag, I think that is the, looks like someone's the wrong way. I'll quickly cut there. Yep, it looks like the Red Bull of Collins lost back into slightly, or just slowing down. Anyway, back to Kiki here, going to the last corner here. Looks like it could be a good time here for the AlphaTauri driver. We'll see what he puts down here. It's going to be a it's going to be behind a 125, so it's not going to be pole. It's going to be a 126.914, so the purple sector was probably a little bit of a lie. Good to see that bug still back. And he will be P7 on the grid. Next up is Jay Leakey. He's coming through the last corner here as well. And it's going to be not going to be a 125 as well, but it looks like he'd be in that middle of the road here. It's going to be a 128.019. That will put him P11. Then we have the Mercedes just crossing the line as well. Reds, who's just going to start his lap. Then you got the two Mercedes, Mercs. McLaren, got to get used to getting back in the swing commentary here, as the two McLarens are about to start their laps as well. Maddie and Smitty as well. So everyone is really starting laps. The next drive up, I think, is going to be the stricken car of Collins, who was going he's coming to the pit lane, so his car is done. So next up, we do have Carps. So Carps currently P3 with a 126.066. Can he jump? And now Collins calling it a day from the session, so no higher than P6 he will go. So we got Carps SC up next. He's going to be put down. It's going to be an improvement. It's going to be a 125.461 from Carps SC, and that's going to bump Leslie off the top spot. Next up, though, we got Feared by Gaming. He is invalidated, so his time will not count, and he's going to be coming to the pit lane to get retires. Anyway, we got Kenobi up next. Kenobi looks like he's a second up on his time, so this could be a 126. How fast will he go here for the former Williams driver at the construction champion? He's going to go P3. The Ferrari behind him is going to go P6. So Kenobi is in position 3 with a 125.87, and Kyle's got a 126.350. Next up, you got the AlphaTauri Oh, we got someone the wrong way around. That is Kiki, who's hit the board. As you're going to see, the Alpine is coming, not the Alpine, the AlphaTauri is coming in the garage. And you can see Kiki has made a crash in turn 13. He got a little too close to that inside curb, and now he's got no front wing. Luckily, still in this session, but he's going to try to get out of the way and not hold up either McLaren. And that now I got bingo, because I've seen everyone crash in every spot here so far in this session, so it does show that these drivers are pushing for the limits. Matty up next. He's in Valley, so his time will not improve, but Smitty's on a lap. The former Haas driver is well over 7/10 up on his time, so this is definitely going to be at least in the 125 range. It's going to be not a 125. It's going to be a 126.022. Close, but no cigar. Next up, I think that is everyone on the lap here, unless anyone's going for unless he's the last driver here, coming down the long straight. Got to remember, he's on a time as well. He's proved that his times is going to be enough to him jump the P1. It is not. It's going to be a 125.585, and he's going to be just behind the Red Bull driver of Carps. As you can see, Carps now pulling in the pit lane. So Lesty did a lot in that lap, but still not enough to get pole position from Carps. And with 6 minutes to go, he's probably going to have one more run in this race. You can see all the British flags, presumably for a handful of the British drivers here today. Next, you got Kenobi again. I think he'll be pulling in the pit lanes, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he is. That is going to be him coming in. And I'm going to assume the Ferrari as well. If Kyle is not going to be up, he's 6 seconds down. He is going to be coming in at this time as well. Nice and slowed down, too. All right, so we're going to see only a few drivers still on laps. So I'm assuming Lesty's on a cooldown lap. Smitty, we'll see here, check his times. If he's going to prove that or not, we'll see at the sector times here. If he's slowing down, it is going to be... Yep, he's on a slowdown lap as well, and I'm going to assume Maddie is as well. So all drivers are coming in again, and with 6 minutes to go, you don't want to kill all your soft tires yet because you may need them still in the race. And it looks like the AlphaTauri of Kiki is out again. Actually, it looks like Maddie's on a lap here. He didn't validate the first one, so he's going to go again, and he did go again. So my mistake, and he puts on a 125.823. Now his tires are 2 laps old, but now he's in position 3, and he's got the McLaren a little higher up the grid. So good for Maddie, but now his tires are 2 laps old, and he's probably going to go out for one more attempt, and now he puts the pressure on him again. He has to either improve that time or have slightly older rubber. So Kiki, Reds, and Jay Leakey are all out doing laps with 5 minutes to go. There is enough time that if they wanted to come in, do a lap, they'd be at 5, they'd be go around the circuit, it'd be 4, then do it again, it'd be 3. It's going to be close. They could come and do a lap now, come back in, and do one more if they have enough soft tires. But most of them have already used 3 sets of soft tires. So I'm going to assume that's highly unlikely that they're going to do it again. So this may be the last run we see from Leaky, Reds, and Kiki. So hopefully, this is probably their put-up or shut-up lap, and they're going to have a lot of clear track to do it. So Kiki will be the first runner to cross the line, so keep an eye on him first. Then it's going to be Jay Leaky, and then it's going to be Reds for the first 3 out there. Maddie's on a cooldown lap, and the other driver out there, Xelic, has now headed out there, and she's looking to put down a good time as well to make her new team proud. But anyway, here comes Kiki, going to start his lap. We'll keep an eye on him, and we'll just jump around here with 5 to go. As we do have the LFX Sector 2, that is just the McLaren going a bit slow. Hard at the brake point. I don't know why this angle they're using it for that. You can barely see the action going in the corner there, but it is a nice cinematic shot, at least. So anyway, we'll keep an eye. Sector 1 is coming to a close relatively soon after this last corner here, so we'll keep an eye on the times. He's looking to beat a 125.461, so we'll have to be well over a second up per lap, and it's going to be, well, it's not much up. He's still up, though, so it's going to be at least enough maybe to jump Collins, but I think a pole run may be out of the question here, but unless he finds a lot of time and somewhere he's missing. So next we'll cut to Reds here real fast. He's about to hit Sector 1 as well, so we'll keep an eye on his time along with Jay Leakey as well. And then we'll cut back to him in a minute. Yep, he's well over. Hey, he's up on his times pretty well as well. He's looking to get a 126. As for Leaky, we missed his range, so we'll have to cut back to him another time. So back to Kiki here. Kiki going to hit Sector 2 here. He was barely a 10th up on his times. We'll see where he is now at the end of Sector 2. It's going to be... Oh, he spun it! So that is going to be a little bit. He was up on his times well, and he just did a 360, and he kept it clean, no damage, but those tires are probably a little bit roasted, so lap over for him. He's going to have to slow down, resave his ERS, and try one more attempt, or quickly pull in pit lane, get recool the tires, and try one more time. We'll see what he does here. As he pulls in, it looks like the light's on. I assume he may be taking the hard right in the pit lane. Yes, he is. So we're going to cut back to Reds and Leaky. Oh, Leaky did the same thing, and oh, that's a hard lick for Leaky, and that could interfere the lap of, I think that would be the other Alpine car. Luckily, he will be all right. Car is still intact, but that is another mistake. That corner has caused 2 people to crash already on the same lap in the same 2-minute span. But here comes Reds. Reds is going to put on a time a second faster, and that's going to be a 1:26.104.5. 1:26.146, and that's going to jump up to P7. You also have the Haas going a bit slow, but I think he's slowing down for his outlap here. Going to get regripped and try again. So yeah, Leakey's going to have to pit as well and going to change his rubber. So Kenobi's on a lap. We know Kenobi's on a lap along with, I think he's the farthest one because Kenobi's on a lap, and we just saw Maddie just came out of pit lane, so he's not going to be doing it. And Smitty's, I think, about to start his lap. Yep, Smitty's about to start his lap. Kenobi is currently on a lap. So ride more with Kenobi, and we'll keep an eye on Red, see if he's going to do a second lap. Kenobi is well over a 10th up in his time here. Not enough to jump out the pole right yet, but could be enough to get P3 if he keeps his nerve. I think Red's on a slowdown lap because, yeah, he's a second down, so he's on a slowdown lap. So Kenobi's the next farthest driver up the grid, setting a time. 2 minutes to go in the session, so if you're not heading out now, this is probably your only run you're going to get. So if you don't see a driver ahead in the next 30 seconds, they are done for qualifying. Kenobi going down the long straight here. He's going to be coming into corner 11. A couple drivers have already made mistakes going into corner 13, so he may want to keep his nerve here. How aggressive will he take it? How close will he get it? Zelk has retired from the session. He's going to get very close to the apex. Not enough. He's well over a 10th up. This could definitely be at least a P3 run. If he can find some time in the third sector, luckily the Mercedes will not hold him up too much. This is going to be a put up and shut up lap. It could be P2 if he can find even more time, but I doubt it. But don't doubt the drivers before because they will always prove you wrong. So here comes Kenobi down the long straight here. It's going to be a 1:25, but how much up the grid will he be? It'll be a 1:25.6, bare ahead of Maddie by 2 tenths, but still behind Lesty by 1 tenth. Next up, though, you do have, I think that is going to be Maddie up next, going through the last corner along with the Haas driver. J-League has retired. His session is done. No higher than 12 he will go. Here comes the McLaren. The McLaren of Maddie's on an outlap, sorry, but the Haas driver is not, and that is going to be not an improvement. He'll be in with a 1:27. Next up, I believe Carp's about to start his outlap. Yes, he is. But then you do have the driver of Smitty, who actually is on the lap, and he is improving. It's going to be enough probably to jump in the 1:25s. Can he jump his teammate? He can, and it will jump over the P2. That was even a faster lap than I saw, and that will put him at the P2. You also have Leslie starting his lap now, so the challenge has got even harder now. The time is still 1:25.461 you're going to have to beat. Kiki going to the last corner, about to start his lap, and Kermit coming in on the lap with 0 tires. That is the session done for Kermit. I believe Kiki will be, Reds is also retired as well. It's done for him. Kiki will be the last driver to put a time down here. And he'll be the last driver to keep an eye on. So the first driver far up the road here is going to be Kenobi again. Kenobi, it looks like he's on a competitive lap. No, he's on a slowdown lap. 2 seconds down, so his time will not improve. Next up, we got Maddie with 15 seconds to go qualifying here. We do have a yellow flag to 2, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is Lesty the Twig. He has lost the back end in a similar spot to Nick the Assassinbot, and that will be run over for him. He will not be able to improve, and he'll be at least P3, maybe farther down, and that is just a mistake, but it's better to happen in qualifying than in the race, and at least he's still farther up the grid. Kenobi is coming in. Question up now is, can Maddie improve? He's currently P5, looking to try to get up the grid, maybe have a pole run here. He's put down a pretty good lap so far. He was up on his times, so it's going to be close. It's going to be a 1:25.849. Lost a little bit too much time in the last sector. That will not be an improvement. Next up is Carbs. Carbs pretty much got pole almost. If he can keep his foot down, it's going to have to be an improvement, though. And he's going to be at a 1:25.647. Not an improvement, but still going to be pole position, at least for now. Fear by Gaming does not improve. Last driver up is going to be Smitty. Gotta get used to the 2 things here. Smitty and Kermit. Smitty and Kermit, but Kermit has a valid, so his session is done. So the last driver up is Leslie to limp it around, and that is going to be the end of qualifying here. So it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, Kiki pulled in and Kermit bailed on the lap. So that is session done. We're just waiting for Leslie to cross the line here. Leslie looked like he had a good lap going, but it's not going to be enough. And Carps will take pole position for the Bahrain GP, along with Smitty in second and Leslie in third. Kenobi in fourth, and Maddie will round out your top 5. We'll give a quick little debrief here in a second, and we'll sum up qualifying. So we just wait here, again, waiting for a few drivers at the bots to finish up here, waiting for Lesty's AI to retire. Just checking the chats here to see if anything, any ground reporting here that we can report on. Maverick, looks like he says his connection is fixed, maybe. Oh, never mind, it is not fixed, so Maverick's still having some connection issues. Carps is praising Smitty and Lesty for a good lap here. Lazy in our Discord, Lesty on the thing. But yeah, fast lap for Carps here today. And that is a pretty good lap by him. One thing that does shock me is we know Lesty and Kenobi were up there in the grid, competed. They were usually in for podiums and wins. I know Kenobi got at least a couple podiums last season along with Lesty. But the one thing that shocks me is Smitty's up here in second. He was a fast driver in the Haas last season, but he was usually around 6th or 7th on the grid. Now he's got P2. So it looks like he's hit the ground running here with the new update, you could say, or at least the new game. And it looks like Smitty could be a driver to fear. Maddie as well up to P5 as well. So we got a few drivers that maybe were a little bit farther in the back last season and are now kind of showing strong pace. So this could be a very competitive championship here, and you can't even also rail out Reds as well. He was competing for a championship against I should remember his name. He was an Alfa Romeo driver. I can't remember off the top of my head though. I think he's currently in Division 1. This is gonna bother me. I remember his name partly, but not enough. And sadly, the old standings are now gone. Oh, King. Yeah, TGM King. Yep, it was King. Yep, King won the championship last season ahead of Reds. It came down in the final race, and now Reds looking for a second go around here. So, yep, and you can't even count Reds, so it looks like to be a very competitive championship here. There's a lot of drivers, I could say, that look like they could be competing for wins and championships. So it's going to be a very, very interesting season here for CWC. Hopefully you're excited for it, as well as I am, and hopefully you may enjoy this race. As we now wait for the session to start. We got someone rooting for Lesty in the chat. Hello, Robbins. My predictions? Ooh, I'll give you my prediction in a second here. Let's run down the tires first, and then I'll give you a quick top 3 of what I'm thinking. But we'll do that in a second. So we wait for the lights to go off here, and now they have. We'll take a quick look at the tires here. I'm assuming everyone outside the top 10 probably have put on a set of mediums. Well, a little different of a strategy. Top 10 obviously locked in with a set of softs, but it's odd to see Feared by Gaming and Excelka both went for a set of softs, while Leaky, Assassinbot, and Maverick have all gone for a set of mediums. So a little bit of different strategy here, you could say. And it's very interesting to note, because top 10, obviously qualifying softs, stay on softs, as it looks like Zelik is running the back of Leaky, and now they're both going to be on the naughty stool here. They'll both be have to wait in the front straight for the rest of the field to do the parade lap. I always consider it sitting on the naughty stool while the kids are out having fun at recess. You have to sit inside and watch. But anyway, as we do wait for a bunch of drivers to come back around here, I will guess we'll give my prediction now because we're waiting. Actually, first we'll do the plug first because they keep the lights on here. If you like what you see, you can like and subscribe to League Racing TV. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for that, and hope we can get the 2,000 for 2025. But yeah, we have a ton of other league racing here as well. We got the main series TTML. We also have BPL. We have CWC, which you're currently watching, and we also have the TTML Sim League as well. There's so many different leagues to choose from in this game that you'll probably find one you like with a handful of drivers you like with a bunch of different commentators you may like. Don't like my voice? Watch TTML Division 1 where you get James Head and Paco. If you don't like, there's other commentary groups as well. So yeah, find the one you like and support it. And yeah, you can follow them on Twitter as well. League Racing TV. But anyway, now to the predictions here that I've shelled enough to keep the lights on, and they'll put food in my bowl. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go for a wild card choice. I think Carbs is the obvious choice, but being a newish driver here, I'm going to go Smitty for the win. You know what? I'm going to go Smitty first position, then I'm going to go Carbs, and then who do I not want to jinx? Let's say Lesty gets the third spot. Prove me wrong, Kenobi and Maddie and Reds. Because I feel like that will be our top 3 in my prediction. And now I've jinxed the field horribly. Anyway, though, they now line in for the spot here. 29 laps to the Bahrain GP. We will wait for the last couple drivers to cross the line here. And we'll be ready to go here. Looks like someone's wanting Lesty for the win. Good to see he has a fanboy in this chat. But anyway, 29 to go here. Carb's going to take the lights here. We got 5 red lights. Let me take the tires off the screen. And away we Long hold for the lights there. Now away we go. Carps gets a good start there. Looks like Smitty gets a little bit bogged down. It's going to leave the door open for Leslie to take over second position, going to the corner. They got 3 abreast back there. You can see the AlphaTauri looks at the front. Going to try to squeeze the Alpine a little bit. Hoping they get a little too argy-bargy. Looks like the Mercedes locks up a little bit. They're 4 wide in the back there. And the AlphaTauri of Kermit gets turned into the Mercedes of Reds. And that's probably going to be damage for Reds. And Kiki as well. Definitely Reds has got some damage. I would assume it looks like a little bit of a block-off position there. But it looks like at least they're all kept the right direction. But actually, yeah, he's missing a little bit of his end plate. Actually, I don't think he's missing any of his end plate. So maybe no harm, no foul. But that's definitely going to cost Kiki some time along with Reds. They were 4 abreast there. It was probably not going to work. And the 2 major casualties of that were the AlphaTauri of Kiki and Reds. But anyway, everyone else looks like they got through relatively clean. Carp's got a good start, well over a second clear of Lesty. Smitty down there. Kyle, the big winner there, made a very aggressive lunge into that corner and took advantage of Reds and Kermit's little battle. And they fall back. Feared by Gaming up the grid as well, up from 11th to 5th. That's a pretty good start for him. Along with Maddie now 6th. The big loser off that start was Kenobi, down to 8th, along with Reds and Yusei Kiki. But the big winner of that was probably Kyle and Feared by Gaming. Other way in the back, we do got a little bit of bad. Kermit under pressure from Reds. Reds trying to make up some time. Looks like the car's not too damaged. Going to try hanging around the outside there. Goes a little off the rumble. Remember, he's got the fresh tire. Has to make advantage of that. Tries to give him a little bit of a chrome horn, you could argue. Yellow flag, sector 2, sector 3. Jay Leakey, again, that corner that's caused him so much problems in qualifying. He is now wrong way around. And I don't think he's got damage, or if he does, he's got very little. But that is not how he wants to start the weekend. Back to the front of your Red, set the fast lap the ways. Kenobi not that far behind, looking to make a pass happen. Maddie is, okay, now timing scoring's all screwed up here, so we're going to have to kind of go by ear. You can see in the background there, it looks like we got a pass, possibly in the distance here for P11, I think. Very messy up here as well. Looks like he's going to try to make the move on the AlphaTauri driver. I'm going to assume that is going to be Kermit, but it looks like as Sassenbach goes a little wide there, he's got to lose some time there. He's going to have to get the car recontrolled. Kyle has passed Smitty for 3rd. He's going to hold the door here. Looks like timing scoring still pretty screwed up here. We got the pass for 3rd. Hopefully it will all balance out soon, and I can quickly tell you how everything's going on. Battle for the lead. Lesty is still quickly caught Carps, but not enough to make a pass. Kyle's got a little bit of a train behind him of the McLaren, the Haas, and the other McLaren. Still not updated yet. Almost there. All right, I think we're now good. Yep, now we are officially good. Timing scoring is now fixed up. I don't know how that was not patched, but yeah. But anyway, looks like the rest of us kind of got spaced out here. Gonna quickly run through it real fast. Yep, looks like Lesty's got a chance to make a move here going to the next straight. DRS will not be activated on this next straight because it's lap 3, but it will definitely be activated next time by. So Lesty having at least a run all over the back of Carps here. Have to keep his nerve. Can't lock it up too much. We're gonna have to keep the car good. We'll see if he can make a lunge. Very aggressive. Almost runs to the back of there. Looks like Carps is a very aggressive. Not Lesty. Carps is a very conservative break here. Caught Lesty out for a little bit of a ride. Smitty in the back as well. Has to get a move on because Feared by Gaming's also there a little bit close. Remember, Feared by Gaming does have a fresh set of softs on the tire. Yellow flag, sector 2, sector 3. Carps, Leaky has lost the back end. Battle at the front. Leslie has not made a pass happen. No, neither anyone really in the back. Everyone is kind of spaced out. We do have a pass here for 8th and 9th. Colin's going to try to stick it down the inside. Can he make it work? A little bit of an argy-bargy. It looks like Carps has spun it. No, he's not spun it, but he's lost the spot to Lesty. Timing scoring was a little bit screwed up there, and that is for the pass for the lead. Lesty has taken over the lead of this race from Carps, but Carps will probably have an answer back. Smitty just off the back. Timing and scoring is really screwed up here because it says Smitty's only 2 tenths back, but it says Feared by Gaming's well over 130. So, excuse me for missing that pass. We also have a Mercedes spun wrong way around as we have Reds has lost it. Maverick has passed it. Reds, I think, lost it off that corner there. It looks like he has a little bit of damage. Yellow flag, sector 2. Exelk is also around. Has lost in a similar spot to Lesty in qualifying and Assassin Bot. But looks like they got it refired. So maybe not too much of a mistake. Maybe just kind of went a little wide. Kyle under pressure here from Smitty. Smitty going to try to make a move here. No, he cannot. He'll tuck back in line. Feared by Gaming in 5th and Maddie in 6th. 4-way train here just up the road. Again, Carps, it's hard to call a race when the timing scoring so kind of screwed up here. I'm trying to get as best we can, but we'll see. Oh, someone hit the board. Oh, that is Feared by Gaming. He clipped the inside wall, and he took out clipped the barrier, I would say, the rumple strip in 13, and he lost it. Luckily, I don't think he hit anyone, but that is going to be damage for sure. Actually, he hit the wall, so my mistake. And that is going to be that. We also have a pass here for 7th as Kermit is going to pass Collins for 7th, but we're going to go back to the lead here. Looks like not going to be enough to make a pass. Carps could try a break, and that is going to be a VSC. So, all right. Hold the breath. Let's take a second. And now it's going to be actually a full safety car. And the safety car looks kind of glitched. And we have someone lagging. Oh, God. This is very confusing. All right. Let's try to cover what just happened real fast for what occurred. Okay. Brief. Here's what happened. Feared by Gaming lost it going into corner 13 in that battle he had with Kyle and Smitty. He hit the inside wall. I don't think he hit anyone else. While that was happening, Nick Assassinbot retired from the session. I'm not 100% if he crashed, but since he was not near the pit lane, I'm going to assume he crashed. He is now out of this race and he'll be coming on P15. That accident, along with the crash of Feared by Gaming, triggered a VSC and then triggered a safety car. And now we're under a safety car. So, while that happened, Lesty kept position ahead of Carps, and Lesty took over the lead. Kyle held third off Smitty. Maddie now in 5th, Kenobi in 6th, Kermit in 7th, Collins in 8th, Kiki in 9th, Exalic in 10th, Maverick in 11th, and Feared by Gaming and Reds is also Red's pit. As it looks like that's safety car. We have to wait, go one more lap, and everyone has to get regrouped. But Reds also lost it before all this happened. It looks like he was very aggressive on the brakes. Cold tires have caught him out dearly, and that is going to be at least more of a, he's got to take a little more time to find the pack. But Reds also lost it going into corner 3 as well. So just a lot of drivers spinning at once and a lot of passing happened. Hopefully we got it all covered. And any questions, I guess we could try to cover it. But right now Lesty's the leader on lap 4. And he's going to be coming in to get a change of tires here. I doubt he can... Oh, no, Lesty, that is not what you want under a safety car. He has sped, and that's going to be 5 seconds to add to his name. Rookie mistake. And that is going to be a monkey wrench in the works. Can't serve it on this pit stop, presumably. So he's going to have to pit, and going to have to pit again. And that is just... He's going to have to get a 5 seconds clear of his driver. But that is a mistake. A mistake like no other. But Kyle and Collins both stay out. And if we just check their tires, yep, they both have 4-lap-old softs. And they both... I think Collins started in 11th. No, Gaming started in 11th. Yeah, they both started inside the top 10. So those softs are on the older side. Everyone else has pitted for a set of mediums that came in, except for Feared by Gaming, who pitted when he broke his wing and put on a set of hards. Every driver will have to pit one more time, presumably, because if I remember correctly from Division 1, you can't make this, the tires go about... Because the softs go about 10-ish, and the mediums go about maybe 16, 17, 18. So, they're going to have to pit again. Every driver that's on a set of mediums is most likely going to have to pit again, bearing a risk of a puncture. So Lesty will have to serve that 5 in the pit lane. So yep, that is... And to answer your question, Martis, well, he already pitted for a set of mediums, but yeah, the softs, he was on old softs. You'd only have to go 8 or 9. If you were on a set of softs that you qualified on, you can only go about 8 or 9 laps. If you want a fresh set, like, I believe we could say Feared by Gaming was until he crashed, you go probably a little bit longer, 10, 11. So, but yeah, Lesty was going to have to come in along with us, the fielder. He would have been swarmed off the start. And yeah, free pit stop's a free pit stop. But anyway, though, as we do wait, lap 5, Kyle and Collins playing the long game here, maybe thinking the chaos or trying to make it... Because remember, every driver's going to have to pit again, presumably. Feared by Gaming maybe can stretch it, but he's going to have to be very conservative. So, Kyle and Collins are just thinking they can go to the distance when they have to pit, which would be probably 3 to 4 laps, pit, and then make it, and then just hope they have more speed overall. So they're betting on track positions here. Everyone else, betting on the fresh tires, as you would say. Safety car's going to have one more lap here, at the very least. So we're going to have one more lap to get resituated. This is where I kind of wish we had car radios per se, or at least we could have like a Discord channel here where we can kind of zoom in and hear people, because love to be a fly on the wall when that speeding penalty happened, just to see the reaction. Because they love to just kind of pop up a button and hear the reaction. But sadly, we do not have that technology yet. Maybe by spring 2025. But anyway, and this lap 6, safety car will be coming in this time by, most likely, is the Festa Field. Well, we still have to wait for Jay Leakey, but presumably the safety car will be coming in. Only one driver has retired from this race, Assassinbot, which is just not what you probably want to see this weekend. He's a pretty alright driver, just Bahrain has caught him out napping, along with Jay Leakey right now. Actually, Kyle has just come down pit lane while I was talking, so Kyle also going to take the fresh rubber as well. So the only driver going to stay out there and try to hang on for dear life is the Red Bull driver, Collins. He's betting on his pace, or he's betting on being able to, maybe for another quick safety car. So it's interesting to see that, or maybe it could also be, maybe someone else could say it could be some team play here. Because Collins is right now leading. Lesty's in second. There's a Red Bull driver behind him in third. There's a chance that Collins could hold up Lesty just a little bit. Not wreck him, but hold him up a little and cause Carps to get on by. So there could be some team play here from the Red Bull drivers and maybe some strategy elements, knowing that one is going to probably finish just outside the point, so the other one hold him up. Oh, we got someone spinning the wrong way around there. It looks like Kiki has lost the back end there. Doesn't look like he hit anything. Yeah, he's got all his end plates on, so he has not hit anything. He is good, per se, but just kind of a odd mistake to make under a safety car restart there. But yeah, he'll get restarted here. As you can see the Walmart ad on the Red Bull right there. But yeah, Kiki got refired here, so no damage, but just going to lose a spot to Jay Leakey. So yeah, I think, yep, safety car in this time by, so luckily Kiki will get recaught, and here we go. Ryan board here with Carbs. Remember, this is the first safety car restart of the season. We don't know 100% if Collins, I think Collins and Leslie have done some league racing before on this game, so it's not like to catch him out too much. It's pretty much just kind of a sim game. But we'll see when Collins likes to go here. Is he a late driver, an early driver? How long will he try to back him up here? How are the tires going to be? And it looks like he's going to go pretty early here. Yeah, he's going to go early, way into the corner here. That's going to cause Leslie to quickly get a ride on him. Leslie could easily have a pass going to turn one, and he's actually kind of screwed his teammate here a little bit, because his teammate's lost some ground, and there goes Leslie for a pass for the lead already, trying to make quick work of the Red Bull driver, and he's going to make the pass successfully. Carps is going to have to tuck back in line. So pretty poor restart there by Collins, you could say. And it's also going to back up his teammate a little bit as well. So that was a pretty, if there were some team shenanigans there, it did not work out in the slightest. As we look for the rest of the pack here, it looks like we got a few drivers fighting in the back here. We got Kyle and Reds fighting for 11th. But yeah, Carps just kind of not too thrilled with his teammate here, and now going to have to sit behind him and wait, and this is going to give Leslie some time to run off to the distance. Exelic has passed Maverick for 9th. It looks like Maverick's a little bit slow off this line here, and he's lost 2 spots already. So we're going to cut back to the battle for the second position here. Collins trying to hold up quickly. Again, if there are team orders, he may want to get quickly by, because now Leslie's a second clear, and he is going to kind of pull to the right here just a tad. No, he's not even not. He's still fighting. So no team orders, no love lost. And it looks like now Carps is going to get right on by. So now Carps is in second, Collins on the third, and now next driver up is Smitty. Collins is going to have to go for a quick safety car or something. Yep, he is kind of struggling for those tires. Maybe it's a little bit of lag, but he's really struggling on that rubber. As now Maverick is falling like a stone in lava. Not stone in lava. He's falling like a mobster wearing cement shoes. As now Kyle gets a 3-second time penalty, and Maverick's now down to 13th. Oh, and you can see Jay Leakey again lost in that same corner. I don't know what's wrong with that man's setup, but he is really struggling with that corner and really having trouble gripping it. As now Leslie sets a fast lap of the race in the Williams. And now Smitty is going to pass, and now it looks like, yep, Collins is now coming in. He stayed out for 1 lap, which then begs the question, if he was coming in this early, why did he stay out? Maybe make the sponsors pleased? Maybe some team orders? Who knows? But very interesting to see. We've got a little bit of a Kenobi effect. Carolano effect here, as we got Kenobi get under pressure from Smitty for 3rd. Because now Kenobi will take over 3rd, and we do have a battle here for 6th and 5th. The McLaren going to try to pass Kermit, not going to be able to make it happen. Someone's gone the wrong way. That is Kiki, who has spun it around again, lost it off that corner there, and is going to get refired. But that is just, a couple drivers are getting caught out here. Bahrain has really been a monkey wrench for a handful of drivers in all the different leagues that have raced here. We got Smitty in 4th, Kermit in 5th, and Maddie in 6th here. We got Exelic on the back of Feared by Gaming for 8th. Oh no! It looks like Maddie lost the back end there, and it looked like Exelic was going for a pass on Feared by Gaming, and there was nowhere to go for the Aston Martin driver. And it looks like, I think they hit it pretty good, but I don't think they have any damage. So luckily, if they do, it's probably very minor, and it may affect the downforce of the car, but nothing major. Now it looks like they're kind of struggling, and it's going to allow the Ferrari to sneak on by, and it looks like Reds was going to try to do as well, and he's looped it. That is just, this is pandemonium chaos, per se, and Reds gets it refired, but Reds trying to make the pass on a very undownforced corner, and he's really struggling. Tires may be overheated. DRS is now enabled. Yeah, this is very chaotic. Leslie's probably a little bit thrilled. 2 seconds clear right now. Got some breathing room, and that's going to be LFX CWC. Reds is still struggling to get the car refired. Not the championship defense he would, not championship, but the best of the rest, you could say, defense he'd wants. But we do have Kenobi in 3rd. Smitty's got a little bit of distance. Kermit in 5th. Feared by Gaming's now got a big gap because Maddie of the spin has caused a little bit of a spin. And oh, round goes Maddie again. Nowhere to go. Kind of runs to the back of Feared by Gaming, and that's going to be a refire as well. He's going to have to get it refired as well, and that is going to cost him more time. Exelic up to 8th. Kyle up to 7th. Feared by Gaming in 6th. Very interesting indeed. We see the drivers all kind of struggling per se. Again, remember, we do remember in this game, it's very easy to spin it, per se, with the rear tires, and that's why, if you remember the commotion on social media where the esports drivers are getting a new update while the drivers that aren't esports are not, because they're trying to fix the handling model, and I guess maybe these are the repercussions of said model. But anyway, Kyle and Fear by Gaming 6th and 7th respectively, and Kermit on the back of Smitty for 4th and 5th respectively, or well, 5th and 4th I could say. And we could see possible passes happen here. So we're going to ride on board here. We'll cut on board with Kermit first, because Kermit's a little up the track here against Smitty. And actually, Kyle's Fear by Gaming has looped, so a bad time to cut away there. Fear by Gaming has lost the back end. He'll get it refired, respun, but Kyle now at the P6, 5 seconds behind Kermit for 5th. But here comes Kermit. We're on lap 10 here. Kermit just slowly on the back of Smitty. 3 attempts clear. Going to use the ERS. Not going to use the slipstream, though. Looks like he's going to try to use DRS to get straight on by, and he'll make the pass work. Kermit up the 4th. Smitty down the 5th. Yellow flag sector 2. Reds has retired from the session. Presumably has crashed. Looks like we'll not have a chance to think. Now Mavericks and Collins fighting here, wheel to wheel. Hopefully Reds, less leaky can get there, because that's kind of an odd place to crash 11-12. Hopefully we can get someone over there real fast. I'm going to ride aboard here with Leaky just to see if we can see him. Keep an eye for a Mercedes. Yep, he's lost it on the back track there. Yep, he's lost the wheel. Looks like he kind of came in and clipped the inside. He either came off 11, went inside wall, outside wall, or outside wall, inside wall. But either way, race over for Reds. He'll be down to P14. And now Excel gets 3 for multiple warnings. We got Smitty in 5th, Kermit in 4th. All saying, you got Yellow Flag Sector 2, and that is going to be Maddie a wrong way around again with Feared by Gaming kind of close in proximity. I don't know if anything happened with the 2 of them or not, but Maddie is now got it respun again. Those tires must be a little bit on the hot side, so you may want to take it a little conservatively to get the rubber cooled down. But anyway, sorry, just thinking there for a second there. Just thinking strategies and such. But anyway, we've got Smitty on the back of Kermit. Well, not behind the back, but within a second of DRS range. But other than that, everyone else is pretty spaced out, so nothing really to report. Kenobi's trying to get in the DRS range of Carps, but not there yet. So Smitty's really the only driver in DRS range of another driver, and it's still not going to be enough to make a pass. If we check the ERS of both drivers, Smitty's at 77, while Kermit's only at 27, so the advantage of the ERS is definitely in the favor of Smitty, so his engine's going to be a little bit faster on those straights than Kermit's is. So here he comes, you're going to use a little bit of ERS here. Kermit is not going to use any of his. It's going to be close. Can he make a pass? He's going to think better of it and just going to tuck it behind. Knowing he may has the ERS advantage, he's going to just take it conservatively here and just bide his time to make that pass. Don't want to have something similar happen to Maddie, run into the back of Fear by Gaming and make a mistake. It looks like Kenobi's just within still a second here, slowly reeling him in. Now, you do got to remember the viewer at home here as well. Leslie has 2 seconds clear Carps, but remember, if he does pit again, he's going to have to serve 5 seconds. So, de facto, he's about 3 behind Carps right now on track. So he's going to have to put on, as we do have a Yellow Flag Sector 2, that is Fear by Gaming has lost the back end again, and that is going to cost him another 2 spots. Now he's going to be down to P10 and maybe even P11. Back to battle for P5 here. We got Smitty and Kermit fighting. Still, looks like it's going to be a little bit closer here, so something could happen. So anyway, he's going to use a little bit ERS here. He's got a lot saved up in the tank. Going to try to get a good entry point into the long straight here. Going to go up to about 6/10 here. Kermit's only at 23. A little bit more braking. Jick by the braking points here. It looks like he's going to be out 7/10. I doubt it'll be enough to make a lunge. Going to use a lot of ERS off the line here. Going to give himself as much of a chance he can. 7/10, 6/10. I doubt it's going to be enough. Going to maybe set up for maybe a move in the 3-4. Thinks about it, but tucks behind. But actually, Kenobi has caught the back end as Kiki has lost it in Sector 2. Not enough for damage, but enough per se to get the car, again, have to respin it. Back to Kenobi here. Kenobi not going to have enough to make a pass, but is slowly reeling in Carps. And Kermit, again, not enough to get passed by Smitty. So both drivers still slowly reeling in their counterpart, but not enough to make anything happen. Fear by Gaming has come in the pit. Probably got some damage in that spin he caused. So he's going to be down to P11 at the very least, maybe come out P12. So we'll see if Kenobi or Smitty, because it looks like, the thing worth noting here is it looks like Smitty has a car set up more for straight line speed, I'd argue, because he's losing a lot of time in the corners. So it looks like he's got a car set up more for the straights than Kermit's got a car more set up at least for the corners, per se. So it looks like Kermit's getting a lot of time in the corners, and Smitty's getting it back on the straight. So it looks like they're running about similar times, per se. And I'm going to assume maybe Carr's made a slight mistake, because Kenobi was well over a second back. Now he's 5/10 up. He was slowly making inroads, but not that fast. So we'll cut back on board here with Kenobi and Carbs battling for second and third, and Kermit and Smitty for 4th and 5th. Kenobi definitely going to be within DRS range. ERS advantage is still favoring Kenobi as well. So he's going to use a little bit of ERS here to try to get a good run here. 4 tenths down, 3 tenths. Definitely going to be a chance to make a pass here. Will Carps cover the inside? He'll think about it, but he will not. He'll hold the outside here. And it's going to be a pass here. Can Kenobi make it work on Carps? Going to go very aggressive on the brakes. Put a little bit of a squeeze on him. And it's going to be not enough yet. Carps going to hang it on. They're going to put a little pinchy pinch. DRS, they're going to be side by side still. Bad cut there. It's going to be side by side between Kenobi and Carps. Who's going to have the advantage? It looks like Carps is going to get the respot back. So Carps kept his nerve, had the inside for the next corner, and he's going to get the spot. P2 for Carps. Kenobi back down to third. So Kenobi gets kind of a idea of what he'll have to do to make the pass. Smitty all over the back of Kermit as well. So we know Kenobi may have now kind of the back of his mind now knows what he has to do to make that pass. And all this battling is helping Lesty because Lesty's able to gain 7 tenths while these two are battling. So Kenobi and Carps are Lesty's best friend right now with this fighting. Looks like Kenobi going to try another pass as well. Thinks about it, but not going to have enough to make the lunge in the corner. Play it conservatively, going to tuck back in line, and going to wait to fight another day. Smitty's a lot closer than he was the past couple laps on Kermit, but it looks like it's a little off the line there. Not as fast as Kermit off that corner. So Kermit going to have to tuck back in line. Not Kermit. Smitty going to have to tuck back in line here. Now gives a little bit of time there. So easy to see he was on a good run there, but now going to kind of ruin his exit and going to have to tuck back in line. Kenobi, though, all over the back of Carps. A pass will probably be intimate here. ERS advantage still favors Kenobi. Can Kenobi make it work here? Make it sick this time by. Gonna have DRS. Gonna use the ERS. Gonna get a nice run off Carps. Carps not gonna go defensive here. Gonna hold the outside line like he did last time. And Kenobi is just gonna make it quick work of him. But Carps gonna try to hold very aggressive on the brakes here. Is it gonna be enough to hold down the inside? No, he will not. Kenobi will get the spot. And Smitty also makes the pass on Kiki. Carps, can he have an answer back here? Now he's gonna have ERS. He's gonna use DRS as well. It's gonna be enough, but it's not gonna be enough to tuck it back in line. He'll tuck it behind Kenobi. Kenobi gets second, and Kiki will not try a challenge on Smitty as well. Well, he thinks about it, but not going to be enough. So Smitty and Kenobi successfully make the passes, and now they are second and fourth, respectively, with Kermit in fifth and Carps in third. But Carps ain't going to go quietly in tonight, I'd assume, along with Kermit, and they're both going to keep fighting, presumably. But presumably Carps and Kermit are both going to save some ERS because they are still at an ERS advantage, and they're going to be a little bit slower on the straights. Carps going to have DRS here. Not going to use any of his ERS, but it looks like, yep, because you can see the advantage ERS right there. Kenobi is a little bit faster on that straight. It's getting a little bit more power to the engine. Same thing with Smitty and Kermit as well. So anyway, other than that, we'll keep an eye on these two battles as well. You're not missing anything up front. Leslie's 3 seconds clear. Kenobi and Kyle is 9 behind Kermit. And everyone else is kind of spaced out by well over 4 seconds in the back. So this is the two close battles we have on track. Kermit has kind of got a good exit here. He's definitely going to have a lunge on Smitty here. Carps, on the other hand, highly doubtful. Going to get a good run here. We'll keep an eye on Kermit. Keep an eye up the road there. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Sphere gets 3 seconds multiple warnings. We'll see if Carps can make a move. No, he will not. Kermit, on the other hand, will try a move on the McLaren driver, and he will make it stick. But can Smitty have an answer back here? He's going to try the switchback maneuver. Not going to be enough, but he's definitely going to have a run down the straight here. Going to use the ERS. Going to open the DRS, and it's going to be a make maneuver back. So Kermit was able to get the lunge, but not enough to hold it. Put Smitty back up to fourth and put Kermit back down to fifth. But hold on, Kermit not going to have enough. Going to have a good run here. Will he try to risk in the S section? No, he will not. He'll live to fight another day, and he'll back it back down, knowing that it's not worth crashing the car. But actually, he's going to go very aggressive on the brakes here. So never mind. Saw an opportunity to make a pass, but goes too aggressive. And Kermit and Smitty are still side by side fighting, going into corner 10 here. But it looks like Kermit is going to hold the spot for now and going to can get the position. As you can see up the road, that is just a lap down car of Maverick. So that is not Leslie the Twig. Don't worry, if that was Leslie the Twig, we'd be covering that right now. But that is a blue flag. So Kermit keeps his nerve and makes a pass going into turn number 8. So very good to see a pass like that happen. Anyway, though, Carps is only 6 tenths behind Kenobi. And Kermit is, well, a second clear of Smitty. So Smitty looks like he got a bit of a poor exit. He has the same DRS range to make something happen here. Not going to probably a lunge on this straight here, but definitely enough to stay on the back. So anyway, he's going to run the DRS here. Going to open up ERS as well. Going to have just barely enough. Going to get within 7 tenths. So the battle is still on between these two. As for Carp, it's still in the back of Kenobi as well. Carp's not going to have enough to really make a lunge happen here unless Kenobi kind of starts saying. But something worth noting right now is Kenobi now being the lead car in this pack, he is slowly eating in Lesty's times. And if you're a Lesty fan at home, that could be a little bit of a threat because Lesty has to get at least 2 more seconds clear or negate that penalty or the added time for the pit stop he's going to be held for. Carp's now without 1 second as well, so along with Smitty as well, so if Kenobi and Kermit can break DRS range, it may just be enough. There is a DRS point, yeah, there's a DRS point coming up, but is it going to be enough to make something happen? We'll see here. It looks like, yep, Carp was able to stay in DRS range, but Smitty was not. So Carp's able to get DRS, so he'll just on the back of Kenobi, but Smitty's going to lose it, so he's going to have to try to find a good entry point in these corners here to get back on the pack. So Smitty's now 1.5 down, so he's going to have to try to dig down deep, find some time in those corners. If we take a quick look at the tires here, yeah, they're both on the same line of tires, so he's going to have to try to find his grips. To answer your question, Disco Stu, I don't know. If I was the engineer right now, my foot would be kind of shaking, because if he didn't have that time penalty, he has it, presumably as long as he doesn't bin it. But with that time penalty, Kenobi's a no spring chicken. He's looking for his first win along with Lesty in this league. So top 3 are all looking for their first win in F2 here. In fact, you could even say the top 5 are looking for their first win. As we now got pit stops here, Smitty's in along with Kyle, both on tap and lap old medium, so we know Lesty and Kenobi are going to have to come back in. So presumably, if they pit, Kenobi will inherit the lead, and he'll also drop down the third, and he'll have to pass 2 cars to get the next position. Actually, if we just quickly check by leader here. Yep, he's going to have to get, yeah, he'll fall down the third if he pits, but if he keeps the foot down, he could actually get out in second, but it will be close. Smitty on the back of his teammate here. Remember, Smitty did just come out of pit lane. Maddie is not, so could be a little bit of a 1-2 team order here. Maddie may just let his teammate by here, because different strategies here, and not hold him up too much. So we'll have to see actually, it looks like, again, Maddie may want to move out of the way here, per se. Not put up too much of a fight. Different strategies. Yep, every driver will be going on a set of softs here. No driver will be going. If they have soft saved, they'll be going. They're probably going to try to go to lap 20 if they can, because that will give them enough to go home free on softs. If you got to stretch out 1 or 2 more laps, and you can make it home on set of softs. But the drivers that just pitted could probably not make it on a set of softs, and now Smitty makes the pass, and he'll be up to P5. And now we have Kenobi and Carbs pitting, so we'll see what tire they decide to put on here. Lesty's staying out 1 more lap here. We know the undercut's kind of potent, as for some reason it was giving me that. Oh, what the? Okay, never mind. Oh, that's interesting to note here. Kenobi may have made a slight mistake in the heck, or he doesn't have a set of softs because he's put on a set of hards, while Carbs has put on a set of mediums. So it looks like Kenobi is going to be kind of on the slower tire here, so that could put him at a slight disadvantage here. I don't know what happened in the Fakul and the pit stop strategy, but that is not what you want to see, as now Carbs on a set of mediums and Kenobi's on a set of hards to the end with only 11 laps remaining. That is going to put him in a very disadvantage. I don't know what happened there with the cameras. It glitched and didn't glitch, but yeah, they got their tires and they've pitted. Maddie's also put on a set of mediums as well. So only drivers not to pit yet are Collins, who's on a set of hards, who could probably make it to the end, and Kermit and Lesty, who, if they're going to try to stretch it for a set of softs, are going to have to pit soon. Well, actually, not pit soon. They're going to have to stretch it maybe 1 or 2 more laps to be safe. So anyway, here comes Lesty. Lesty, will he pit this time by? It looks like Kenobi is under pressure from Carbs, so we're kind of keeping an eye on 2 battles here. Kenobi going to have to try to make those hards work. He's going to be on the slower tire here, and it's not going to be enough. Billy's made the pass yet, but it's definitely going to be interesting straights. Lesty has not decided to pit yet. He is staying out another lap. Will Kermit decide to come in? Keep it on the bottom of your map there. No, he will not. Both drivers are staying out. So he's trying, because luckily, again, what will help Lesty is since Kenobi's on the hards, even though Lesty's on old mediums, that may give him just a slight advantage to kind of pull on some straights, because different tire compound. Because those hards take a while to get warmed up, but if Carps gets on by, it may be time to pit soon for Lesty. Anyway, here comes Carps, going to try to make a move on the inside. Tire advantage has been shown, and Carps will make the pass, but will Kenobi keep it close? No, he will not. Kenobi will just tuck him behind, and I'm still baffled he went for a set of hards, I'm going to be honest. But so did Leaky as well, so may have been just a slight switch problem. As now Kyle sets a fast lap of the race, and now he's still in P6. As actually Kenobi as well going to just tuck him behind as well. Gap now is 16 seconds, but it is coming down. But the gap leads to that, so it's going to be interesting to see. We have Kyle in the back of Smitty here, so it looks like a possible pass happened. It looks like we got the red X on Smitty's names. I don't know if Smitty's currently in the session or not. Maybe a bot, maybe something else. Red X usually means he's not here, but it looks like how he's fighting, he's still here. Yep, Smitty, I think, is not here anymore right now, or maybe something's happened. Maybe it's just a glitch. I don't know. This game is kind of buggy at some point, so I don't know if he's in control of his car or not. But considering how far he's falling down the order, I would take a gander he isn't. Kenobi already 1.2 down on Carps. So I hate to say it, but unless those hards coming near the end, this may be a two-horse race. Now Leslie's in the pit lane. Leslie decided to pit. Kermit is staying out, maybe hoping for a safety car. So Leslie's in. Remember, he's going to have to serve 5 seconds. They're not going to touch the car for 5 seconds here. Keep it on the bottom of your screen here. Here comes Carps. Carps off the last quarter here. Leslie has officially took on the soft, so he'll have the fresher tire. He's now left his pit lane. He's definitely going to lose the lead here. Carps has just crossed the line. Keep an eye on the right of your screen. It's going to be close per se. How far will he come? There, he's still not out yet. He is still not out yet. He is now officially out. So Leslie is now 2 down on Kenobi, but at least he's got a big gap to Kyle, so no pressure from behind. It's now put up a shot for Leslie. If he wants this win, he has to chase down Kenobi and chase down Carps. Assuming Kermit's going to have to pit again. Let's Kermit, maybe Smitty, it now loses 8th to Exelic. Exelic up to 7th. There is the risk, though, if Kermit decides to stretch it, but there's no way those mediums are going to make it another 10 laps. It would be suicide, per se, to go another 10 laps, per se. But Kermit is going to try to stretch at the very least as long as he can. Maybe hope for a miracle, but down to 13 seconds. We do got Exelic on the back of Collins. Collins on 11 up hearts. You have a yellow flag sector 2 that is feared by gaming wrong way around. He took out a bullet, but he'll get it refired now. He's retired from the session on track. That is a little bit of a naughty boy. You're not supposed to retire on track. Looks like Exelic was a little bit boggled down, but we'll get the car at least still pointing in the right direction. We got Collins 3 back on Kyle. We got Exelic there as well. We'll keep an eye on Leslie here. We'll just ride on board with Leslie for a little bit because this could be the battle. Actually, we'll cut back to Maddie here as well. We got a couple battles we can cover, but we're also going to keep an eye on Leslie's times. See if they fall. 1.7 to Kenobi, so he's now 2.5 down. Maddie going to try to possibly make a move here on Kiki. Not going to be able to try something yet. Just going to tuck him behind. Kermit stays out for another lap. Gap's down to 13 seconds. This kind of wish we had the TAS system because we could kind of judge how his tires are, but since we don't have that knowledge, I have to kind of guess how much he is. And considering that all the medium runners only went about 12 laps, it's going to be kind of shocking if Kermit makes the whole distance. Especially how much time he'd have to cough up. I mean, he's got 9 laps, a gap of 13 seconds. He can cough up about a second, a little over a second a lap to make it work. We got Exelic passing Collins, per se, but Anishi, oh, good pass by Exelic. Wish I kind of covered it. Was watching the battle in the back there, but Exelic's going to make the pass work up to 6. But here comes Collins as well. Going to try to keep the inside. Going to try to keep it well. A little bit of a lag there. Hopefully it's not much. Smitty has rejoined. So that was probably what the lag was caused. Still by side. Laggy. Almost like we're watching this during an earthquake. But Exelic going to make the pass successful. And Maddie's going to make a pass on Smitty. So Smitty's lagging out. So it didn't even really show he lagged out per se. But Smitty's going to have to rebound quickly. And that's going to be a lot of time lost. Could have been a good drive for him. But sadly not going to be enough. And this battle still happens. So we're going to cut back to battle for 4th here. Leslie has caught the back of Kenobi. And Kenobi's within a second of Carps. Leslie's also in a fast lap the race. He has to be patient, but he knows those softs are going to fall off quicker than those hards and the mediums of Carps and Kenobi. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can make it work. This is still not for the lead yet, assuming Kermit's going to pit. If he does stretch it, Kermit could win this race. Here comes Leslie, going to use the ERS. ERS advantage is in favor of Leslie. Leslie got the fast lap of the race, 128.083, going to get 1 extra point, and he's going to make the pass on Kenobi. Kenobi going to tuck him a line. Leslie now up to 3rd. Then we got Carps in 2nd. Now time's going still screwed up because of Smitty rejoining. Now question up, can Leslie make the pass? He's going to have DRS on the Honda of Carps. Can he make it work? No, it's going to be a little bit too far away to make something happen. He'll just tuck him back in line. This is the battle for presumably the win. Here comes, again, Leslie going to hold him behind. I doubt he tried to make a pass here similar to what Kiki did on Smitty. And I am correct, just going to play it conservative here. Doesn't want to wreck the back end. Collins on the back of Exelic as well. We'll cut back to that battle in a minute. Maddie and Kiki. Maddie up to 8th. Kiki down to 9th. Leslie just biding his time here. Going to try to make a move where he can find it. And if he keeps him held up a little bit too long, Kenobi could also touch back as well. Even though he's on the hards, he may be a little bit strong on the long run here. Here comes Lesty. Thinks about possibly making a move with DRS. Going to tuck back in line as well. Remember, Carps is on 19 DRS. Lesty's on 35. Kenobi's on 22. So here's the advantage. Carps in second, Lesty in third, Kenobi in fourth. I think Lesty, I would assume, is waiting for DRS on the long straight here. How much of a fight will Carps put up? I don't know the gap. It looks like Kermit's staying on another lap here. The gap will probably update in a second here, but we'll have to wait and see. Here comes Carps. Here comes Lesty. Lesty going to try to make a move here. Could be like passing a man standing still. It's going to open the DRS here. Going to tug about as long as he can. Now going to get the run down the straight here. He's not even using any DRS, and he's going to make the pass for second position, which could be the de facto lead of the race if Kermit pits, because Kermit's now down, the gap's now down to 10 seconds. Long way to road to catch him, but it's still possible per se. But right now, Kermit still leads this race. Presumably, Kermit's going to have to pit. Kenobi just on the back of Carps as well. Can Carps have an answer back? No, he will not. Advantage right now for Lesty. But remember, Lesty's on a set of softs. Those tires, when they hit their limit, will be around lap 9. Remember, most drivers pitted on lap 9 and 11. They'll still be somewhat fresh, but that may be a little bit of advantage for Carps to do on this run. So Lesty's going to have to get as much of a gap as he can to make this tires work. Back to 6th and 7th here. We got Collins and Exelk still fighting all over 6th position here. Can the Aston Martin driver make a pass on the Red Bull driver? Red Bull driver going to go very defensive. Looks like she's going to try it anyway, and it just barely can't make it happen. Tried to make it work. Not going to be enough. Collins holds 6th. Exelk to 7th. No, still in 7th. We also got Kiki and Maddie 8th and 9th respectively, still fighting. So your top 10 right now as they stand is Kermit, Lesty. It looks like Kermit's gap is now down to 7 seconds. So I doubt Kermit's going to be able to hold it even if he decides to stay out. But the good news is he probably could, if he comes in now, probably can keep 5th position. So Kermit probably should be coming in. If he's listening to stream, probably should be coming in, and he is now coming in. So Kermit is going to pit. So the de facto lead is now going to hand over to Lesty. Lesty with P1, Carps is P2, Kenobi is P3. Carps will have the advantage in the last half of the run along Kenobi. It'll be interesting how it shakes out. Back to the battle for 6th and 7th here. We got Collins and Zalek fighting. We got 6 to go this time by. Can Exelk make the pass on the Red Bull driver? As you can see on the bottom screen, Kermit is coming out. He'll come out well ahead of P4. It's a good recovery drive by Kermit. Able to get a really big distance on Kyle. So that strategy actually did work out. And if the top 3 do have accidents, as it looks like Collins is coming in, so Hards were not going to make it as far. I think he was on a set, quickly try to check real fast, he was on a 15-lap old set of Hards, and he's coming in, so that will hand the spot to Exelic, but Maddie now on her tailpipe. It may be something to keep an eye on. So anyway, Carps is now 1.5 down on Lesty, Kenobi 1.4 down that. Kermit is 12 back on all of them. Kermit maybe trying to go for the fast lap of this race. Kyle 7 back on Kermit. Exelic 8 back on Kyle. Maddie 1 back on Exelic. Kiki 1 back on Maddie. Now Kyle gets another 3 added on to his name. If we take a quick check of the penalties, 6 seconds for Kyle, 3 seconds for Exelic, 3 seconds for Collins. So intervals just got screwed up, but remembering it was about 1 second from Exelic to Maddie, Maddie's looking for a P5 right now on track. And now it looks like Maddie's going to make the pass as well. Now going to be up to P6. If he can run down Kyle, P5 will be Maddie's. And Kiki not too far in the action as well. Maybe trying to make a pass on Exelic as well. But remember, yeah, because Exelic's also got 3 seconds as well. So that could be 1 more spot lost. All right, intervals have been re-updated here. We'll keep an eye on this battle here because it's a little bit close. But keep an eye on your screens. Carps is 1. It's now 1.5 and 1.5. So gaps are holding for at least for now. Still waiting for Kermit. Kermit's going to cross the line. He's 11 back on Kenobi. Kyle up next. Kyle's got 6 seconds, and he will cross the line now, 9 behind Kermit. Even if he could get close, he's got 6 seconds of penalties to serve up. We got, oh, Kiki, wrong way around. Exelic gets another 3 from multiple warnings, but that may give Exelic a little bit of a break, because now Kiki's going to be at least 6 seconds behind, and that may give her just enough breathing room to bring the car home in 7th or even 6th, depending on what happens. Exelic going very aggressive in the brakes. Almost feel like he was changing Maddie's gears, but not going to be enough. But Exelic is going to have DRS here and make something happen. Per se, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Exelic here. Can she make the pass on Maddie? No, he'll not. She'll just tuck back in line and live to fight in that. Kiki is now 16 seconds down on Exelic. So Exelic is probably safe in 7th right now. But again, stranger things have happened. And Smitty is kind of now, since blood in the water, could catch Collins because there's 3 back on Kiki is now. Yeah, Collins is now 3 back on Kiki, and Smitty's 3 back on Collins. A lot of words. So anyway, as we kind of cover the battle here, Exelic 6 down. Again, this is the close battle we have on track right now. You're not missing anything up front. It's 1, 2, 3 gaps are about the same, and we have 4 to go this time by. If Leslie's tires holds, and he doesn't make a mistake, he should have this. But this is racing. Mistakes have happened on the last lap. I've seen it happen in multiple series multiple times. So he's still going to have to bring it home, though. Don't pop the champagne. Don't pop the champagne. Don't pop the confetti and the champagne yet. Again, this is the close battle we have track, so we'll keep an eye out. Now out of DRS range. Looks like Maddie going to go low here. DRS will still have, Exelic will still have DRS here, but it's not going to be enough to make a lunge. So now we're going to cut back to the top 3 here. Keep an eye and see how they're shaping up. Right now, Leslie has 17 ERS, Carps has 14, and Kenobi has 21. So I guess the slight advantage battle for ERS is Kenobi, but not enough really to make anything happen. Collins just set the fast lap of the race on a fresh set of softs, so he's looking to get the 1 bonus point of this race. So here comes Kenobi as well. I wish I could kind of check. Actually, I don't want to cut away from the action just in case something happens, but sometimes you wish you had a co-commentator. I wish I could check the incidents. I'd love to see how close they are to getting a penalty, because if either driver gets a penalty right now, that is going to sink their battleship, and I don't know how close they are to corner cutting penalties, but considering the rest of the field is pretty spaced out, per se, only drivers have gotten some are Kyle, Exelic, and Collins. It's safe to assume that they may be kind of close, but they're not. This is not a corner cutting paradise like Canada. So it'll be interesting to see how it serves out. We have 3 to go that time by. Other than that, closest battle we have, like I said, everyone's pretty spaced out here. We do have Kiki on the back of Collins, though, so we'll cut to that right now. Gap has now grown to 2 seconds. Leslie's got 2 on Carps. What does raise a good question here, though, is something I'm thinking about as we watch Kiki and Collins battles here. If Carps and Kenobi could have stayed out 1 or 2 more laps, first of all, if Kenobi put on a set of softs instead of a set of medium instead of a set of softs, would he have been able to maybe reel in Leslie? And the second question is, if they went 1 or 2 more laps later, could they have put on a set of softs and could have Leslie caught him? They do raise some good questions here. But anyway, that is the land of what if, and I don't think our leader will be liking us going to the land of what if. Anyway, Kiki, though, has the ERS, only down to 5 ERS, not going to be enough to make a pass on Collins. Can the sister team make a pass on the senior team? Can the Kohai make a pass on the Senpai? And now that I've gone into cringe jail, we'll see if this pass can still occur. What else is worth noting as well is Maverick is on the back of that train as well, so all the 4 major blue cars in this field that look very similar are all right next to each other, so fun. Anyway, though, Leslie's about to take it with 2 to go here. We'll cut back to them right now. Keep an eye on those intervals. Leslie's now 1.4 down. Looks like the softs maybe starting to slowly fall off per se, but is it going to be enough? It's only lap 7, though, on softs, though, so they shouldn't be that bad. But they definitely aren't going to be as fresh as they were out of the box. Kenobi holding distance as well. It's 1.5. So we do have 1 to go here. I'm just looking around, checking things to make sure I'm not missing anything else. Kiki is still 1.3 back on Collins, but with Collins having the fresher tires, I think Collins got by Kiki, if I'm mistaken. No, because Kiki was behind, Kiki was behind Collins. So, yeah, Collins has the fresher tires, so I assume Collins can hold on to that spot. Again, bearing a mistake, this should be how it holds, but again, racing is racing. Carp's not in DRS range well. He is slowly chipping it in, but not enough to get DRS. ERS advantage right now. Carp's has really used all of his ERS, while Leslie's still got some in the tank, along with Kenobi. So Carp's really needs to kind of save his ERS, but he's only got 1 more lap. Saves it. It's not going to be enough. So here they come down the long straight, down the Rolex straight here. Top 3, Kenobi now 2 back on Carps. Carps not going to be enough to get in range. Smitty gets the fast lap of the race. 1.2, Carps has to get in DRS range here to have a chance, and he's not going to get it. So here they come down the long straight. He's going to use whatever he's got left at the ERS tank, assuming along with Leslie. He's got 5 left in the tank, while Leslie's at 8. So they're both probably going to hit 0 here down the long straight. 1 and 2. Yep, no, Carps is just going to barely have enough ERS to keep it from going 0. He's now within 1-2. Leslie going to take it a little bit conservatively here. Gap is still 1.4. Coming down to the end of corner 4 here. Leslie's still holding spation. Kenobi maybe to try to reel him in, but not going to be enough on those set of hards. Again, another what-if scenario as well. If you put on the mediums, he may have been in second, but sadly, not going to be enough. Carbs, though, within 1.1. He's getting a little more aggressive on the brakes. He's trying to find as much time as he can. He can sense the win right there. He's trying his hardest to get as close as he can. Going very aggressive on the brakes here. Within a second, but not going to be at the activation point. Not going to get DRS, sorry. And he's just barely there. If he had 1 or 2 more laps, it may be enough. But coming for the last couple of quarters here, going into 11 and 12. Just barely there. Going to get not as good of an exit. Almost there. 8 tenths. But it's just probably not going to be enough. Lesty, 3 quarters away from home. Technically looking at the track map, it's technically 3 quarters away from pay dirt. Here he comes to the last 2 corners, 14 and 15. Can he hold it? It's a second gap as long as he doesn't make a mistake. This is his for the win. And Lesty keeps the car straight. And it's going to be Lesty. Lesty, the driver who finished 4th in the standings last season, went from Red Bull to Williams. He will win the inaugural race at Bahrain. Good for Lesty. Carps will bring it home in second. And Kenobi will bring it home in third. Great drive by Lesty. Overcame the 5 seconds and will bring home the win. Kermit, good recovery drive. Brings the car home in 4th. Kyle, we're going to wait a second for Kyle to come across the line, but presumably he will come home in 5th. Actually, well, Maddie's in 6-8, but not going to be enough to overcome the penalties. Kyle will come, actually, I think he's got 9 if I'm not mistaken. No, he's got 6, so Kyle will still come home in 5th. Maddie will come home in 6th. And presumably Exalc will come home in 7th, and Collins will come home in 8th, bearing any major spins. Actually, yeah, they'll all come in 8th and 9th respectively. Unless Kiki can get within 3 seconds of Collins. Yep, Maddie comes home 6th, Exalc 7th, waiting on Collins and Kiki. There goes Collins. There goes Kiki. And that will be that. Now we're waiting for Smitty. We're waiting on Smitty and Jay Leakey. Jay Leakey probably went for a better race than Smitty, but the lag up kind of cost him dearly. But it's still going to be P10 at least for Smitty. Not the drive he's hoping for, but it is a long season, and he did show some pace and quality. So maybe he can rebound and bring home a good race next week. Long race season to go. Now we wait for Jay Leakey. But that is going to be that. Lesty has won his first race in CWC and going to put himself in the championship lead with 25 points to his name. But if that's the performance we expect from him, he could be a championship threat along with a few other drivers in this grid, but this will shape up to be one heck of a season. They do step on the podium here. It's going to be at least 2 British drivers on the top 3. I don't know where our second driver's from, but from the world, you can say. British is part of the world, so UK will say that's all British, because technically that is the world flag. Britain is in the world. But anyway, though, 2 British drivers in the top 3 as we see Lesty celebrate on the podium. Probably cherishing this victory. Very happy indeed. As we now look for the final results here, as it takes a second to load. There we go. Lesty is your winner here today. Carps in second. Kenobi in third. Kermit in fourth. Kyle in fifth. Maddie in 6th, Exalc in 7th, Kiki in 8th, Collins in 9th, Smitty in 10th, Jay Leakey in 11th, Maverick in 12th, Feared by Gaming in 13th, first driver to not finish this race. Reds in 14th, kind of a poor start from him, but again, he's a resilient driver, he'll bounce back. Assassin Bot rounds out your top 15. Sad, the only driver from the North American continent that I know of couldn't bring it home for our country, for our continent on this side. But he's a resourceful driver, he'll bring it back. But anyway, that will be our top 15 here today. If I have, now I'll give my driver of the day here. And honestly, I'm looking for the rest of the field here. I'm looking for some drivers that maybe like Exalc went from 14th to 7th. You could also say that was a pretty good drive there. But I'm going to give my driver of the day to Lesty. Lesty put a good performance there, qualified 3rd on grid, was able to take the lead relative early in the race, and even overcame a 5-second time penalty. So Lesty, you get my driver of the day Pepsi token, worth no cash value other than the pride of being my driver of the day for the first race of the season. But yeah, that will do it for CWC. Sadly, no interviews here today. Maybe there'll be some in the future. We'll have to talk that out. I do have to run, but we'll talk about that somewhere down the line. It may be here, may not. But anyway, if you like to see, next week, CWC will be racing. They will be racing at, I did run the calendar. I just had the calendar written down, and I closed it. So give me 1 second to run down the calendar here. If I ever can find it. There it is. There's the calendar. Next week, they will be at Spain. So they will be at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, for race number 2 here in Spain. Can Lesty keep his winning ways going? Can the Red Bull driver at Carps put on a strong performance? Can Kenobi or even Smitty or anyone else have a good challenge? You have to find out next week. It'll be the same time, 8 p.m. BST, 9 p.m. Rest of Europe time, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, I am PepsiFreak212. I am signing off. Thank you, and good night.